I've been working on more of these scoops, but in larger sizes. I got connected with a local company that sells equipment for camping and for bushcraft, and they put in an order and they want various sizes and some prototypes. So that's what I'm working on here. So I had to go out and buy some proper sheet steel, as well as some bearings and also pieces of pipe to act as jigs. I was using this little piece of pipe and these top tools to make my small coffee scoops, but now I've got to up things a bit, so I just picked up a few pieces of this, a few pieces of that, and I've still got a lot more I've got to go and get. One of the main things I picked up was this big bearing, and it really wasn't cheap, and I had this piece of 3/4 inch square welded on to act as a handle. So for today's video, I'll use this bearing and this piece of pipe to make a larger scoop. I struck the handle end and upset that a bit so it won't fit in my hardy hole, but when it did, I could see the potential for this being a really nice tool, so I might get a second one of these made. The sheet steel I picked up is a bit thicker. It's 1.6 millimeter, and my little homemade shear can just about barely cut this. I need to give a big shout out to Stephen Watkins for his latest very generous donation, and to Tom Krenitsky for becoming my newest Patreon supporter. I couldn't get up to all this that I get up to without your support, so thanks to everyone. This is my favorite angle grinder, and I've changed the carbon brushes so many times, but this last time the motor is just bust. So I took it in for a repair and actually got a new motor. This young guy does good work at a very fair price. I'll go with the larger teardrop shape for today's video. You've got to really get it centered for the very first blow, otherwise you'll be fighting it on subsequent heats if you don't get it centered. I need to have a wider interior diameter piece of pipe, which I actually did pick up, but after making this video. So for the time being, I have to make some adjustments in this manner. Using thicker sheet gives me some leeway to hammer it in this way. So the edges are a bit ragged, but we can take care of that later. I'm amazed at how this bearing retains heat. It stays so hot after you put it aside for quite a while. The lip is a little inconsistent, a little low in one spot, but we can work with that. At the same time, I'm making a pair, a small scoop and a large scoop. It's like moving the pieces on a chessboard, baby. Who am I kidding? I'm playing checkers. If you would like one of these bending jigs, send me an email. I find this small rebar that I picked up a while back in a hardware store to be even softer than mild steel, and so I like to square it up and use it as rivets for my scoops. If it's noisier than usual in the background, well, you can see they're getting ready to rip it up out there. So although I'm working with the Taiwan company and need to make a bunch of these for them, my intention with these two particular scoops is to sell them as a pair in my Etsy store. I haven't really done much with my store, and I'd like to list more and more things, and so if you want to support the channel and you want something in return, then check out my Etsy store. You can see the link in the description box below. A final drilled hole size is 4 millimeters. With this relatively thin material, I find filing the holes square just a little bit quicker and easier than trying to hot punch. I'm going to give these bowls some ball peen texture. Just hammer on it cold. That bearing really does come in handy. I need to pick up a few more bearings, but I want to see if I can first find some used ones rather than buying new, since, like I said before, they're not cheap. My little peening hammer here has been working out really great. I like to clean off the heavy scale on the inside. So this pair is just about done. I'll put a little heat on them and then dunk them in soybean oil to give them some rust protection. I don't have a proper trough yet to quench the whole thing at once, so I dunk the bowl end in and then I'll use that brush to brush down the handle. There could be a variety of different uses for scoops like these. I use one of these small ones for coffee, and my wife uses a larger one for green bean soup, which is a sweet dessert here. That's all for now. Got a lot more fooling around to do.